You have it all in your heart and in your soul, but all you need is a little guidance. Welcome to Motivational Radio France with your host, Longi Agaha from Paris.
I'd like to know, do you self-motivate? And if yes, how do you do it?
Self-motivation is the ability to do what you need to do without influence from other people or, any situation you find yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
And you find people that have self-motivation, they always find a reason and strength to complete a task, even when it's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I always look at the bigger picture. I've always wanted to be an actress,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew that it would take a lot of hard work because it's a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was looking at the bigger picture, my happiness.
Right.
The happiness and the peace of mind and the satisfaction for me is what motivates me. You have to find your happiness.
Is it a learnable trait?
I think all of us have the ability to find our happiness if you're patient enough with yourself, if you can listen to that inner voice and ask yourself certain questions, because a lot of people out there, they're just like rolling stones, and a rolling stone gathers no moss.
That's right.
So if are just a rolling stone, you have no sense of direction. Nothing motivates you. You're just going with the wind. For me, the happiness that I know that I have in me is what keeps me going, because I want that happiness, and that is the picture in front of me every time I set out to complete a task.
Right. Can I say, listening to you, you're trying to paint a picture before me, and I'm seeing that picture, saying that you, from, I don't know when you started, you knew what you wanted from time. Now, did you go to any school to do that?
Did I go to any school to learn what I wanted?
Yes, because lots of people find it difficult to know exactly what they want from life. Okay? Because I know that there are two ways to succeed. First, you need to know what you want, and then you should be ready to pay the price for that. Because everything has a price. So, when did you know what you wanted, and what are the prices have you paid for the happiness you have today?
This goes back to the happiness again, because for me, I realized I wanted to be an actress.
At the age of 10,
while
5?
While
4?
I was modeling. When I was about 16, 17.
Right.
And I wanted to be an actress, but it was... the thought of it was daunting, like, I've never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they say their lines and it looks easy. And at the time, a cousin of mine was an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to see him reading scripts and everything. And a few times he took me on set to see filming and everything. And I got a bit scared, and I said to him, do you know what, I'm not ready yet. Let me just do my modelling where I don't have to talk. But yes, with modelling, I had to talk, but not as much as an actor, or an actress does. So for me, while doing the modelling, I just felt I'll be more happier if I was doing the acting, which I really wanted to do. So it's all about the happiness, and sometimes nothing good comes easy. You have to sacrifice. And for me, what the sacrifices I've had to make are having to juggle my acting with my 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
That is a sacrifice. And also, obviously, as an actress as well, you have the task of attending auditions, whether or not it's summer or winter. There's an audition, you want to go, you get a chance at the film. You go out there, even if it's snowing. For my last film that I won an award for, Shameful Deceit.
Mm-hmm. All right.
On the day of the audition, it was snowing, but I still went.
Right. Okay. So that's the price you have to pay.
Yeah.
For the code, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's go a little bit into the film industry. I mean, how did you? Okay, you said your uncle or your cousin, used to be an actor, or he still acts. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you saw him act, and then you wanted to be like him. Did it start there, or was it something you started from day one? I mean, how did it come up?
Oh no, it didn't start with him. I was just fortunate to know him as an actor.
Right.
But as a little girl, I watched a lot of TV, a lot of films, a lot of TV series, a lot of drama, theatre plays in school and church, and I was drawn to it. And I could see myself as an actress or a fashion designer. But for me, I wanted to be an actress more than a fashion designer.
Right.
I still want to be a fashion designer, and I'm still working towards it. But for now, the immediate happiness for me lies with the acting. And I found that happiness at quite a young age. It's just that at the time, I just didn't take the necessary steps to follow it up until now.
So that's it. You've realized your dream, which is very good, because many people, spend their life not meeting their dreams, or not even realizing it, or not even knowing exactly what it is. So could I say you're fortunate to do that, or just?
I think it's hard work and patience, because you have to be patient to find yourself.
Good.
A lot of people don't take the time to find themselves. They don't know who they are.
Right. Okay, now let me cut in here. You see, because this is one thing, this is motivational radio. So we try to motivate people, try to tell them to take charge of their lives, okay? And you just hit the nail on the head here, that a lot of people spend their lives without knowing exactly what they want. Now, how would you tell, let us go back to an 15-year-old girl, or 20 this time. What advice would you tell a young girl who comes to you and say, listen, Yvonne, I can't seem to understand exactly what I came here to do in life. How would you advise her?
Well, the first question I would ask her is, what sort of things make you happy? Do you feel happy when you're singing? Do you feel happy when you go shopping? Do you feel happy when you watch your mother put on her makeup? Do you feel happy when you talk to people, when you meet a lot of people? Whatever it is that makes you happy, maybe you need to explore it more.
Mm-hmm.
And if she says to me, oh, I like reading, then I'd say to her, okay, for example, you like reading. Would you like to write?
Mm-hmm.
And then you explore it. You have to play with different ideas. And if you don't explore and experiment, you're never going to know and pinpoint exactly what makes you happy.
Okay, so self-exploration is the key, right? You need to try many things before you pin down one thing and say, okay, I want to go by this one.
Yeah.
That's very, very good, because I really believe in the fact that you need to understand who you are. Self-discovery, it's very, very important, because self-knowledge is the key to success, I guess. You need to know exactly what you want, and then go ahead, because there's a price to be paid, and if you're ready to pay the price, then the success comes, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That's very cool. Now let us go into your acting. How many films have you acted already?
I featured in about 7 or 8 films.
Under 1 year. My God, you are very fast. You're very fast. So in 2 years, wow, I don't know. That's wonderful. So are you saying, have you said bye-bye already to modeling? Or are you going back to it?
No, I still model and act. I do both because they make me happy and I can do it, so why not?
So could I say you're a very stubborn lady?
I would say that we all have one life to live,
mm-hmm.
and whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. Don't worry about failing. You worry about the chances you miss when you don't try.
Very thoughtful there. I mean, you have the brains, you have the beauty. My God, you're almost like a magnet.
Thank you.
Yeah, you try. That's cool. That's very, very nice, because you really motivating our listeners. That's very, very good. Now, so all the young ladies who are listening to you, would you tell them that what you've done so far was very easy or pure hard work?
Like I said, sometimes nothing good comes easy.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has different goals and dreams and aspirations, and sometimes the road to success is difficult. Sometimes it's easy, depending on the type of people and resources you have around you, and the environment as well. So for me, I wouldn't say it's been very, very difficult, but I wouldn't say it's been very easy either, because I've been around entertainment for a very long time, because my sisters modelled as well, and that's how I got into modelling. And I've always found myself around people in the entertainment business. For me, that is one part, but the most difficult part is finding yourself, because no matter where you are, if you don't know who you are and what makes you happy, you'll still be running around in circles. And for me, it's building the confidence and the self-belief that I can do this no matter what life throws at me, no matter if people tell me you can't do it or you shouldn't be doing it. You're not raised to do this. Because, you know, for example, with acting, a while ago in Africa, back home where we come from, it was looked upon as not as a profession, but just as a thing you do as a hobby.
Exactly.
You know, but now it's become a profession. It has always been a profession, but it's looked upon now with more dignity and respect.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that was a difficult thing, because a lot of people said to me, oh, well, you want to be an actress, you know, actresses don't have respect, they're loose, they're this, they do that, people don't see them as professionals. But now all that has changed, you know, and like I said, you only have one life to live, and sometimes when you've been through stuff, it brings it nearer to home, these little messages. Because, like, for example, I lost my dad 3 years ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. And going through that whole process, which I'm still going through now, it just hits it harder to home that life really, really is too short. And you have to focus on your happiness, find yourself, and just do what makes you happy, you know. And I think fear is a terrible thing, because a lot of people are scared of actualizing their dreams because of maybe their environment or people around them, or they don't have the confidence. And I think conquering the fear is very important, because if you don't conquer your fears, you're never going to get the motivation that you need, because nobody can push you. You're the only person that can push yourself.
This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Longiago in Paris.